All right, welcome back. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. Yeah, they sent like 3 of these Sambenos on the bus to target me. All of them kicking out their feet. One of them like looking at me. You know, she's turned, looked at me, and I'm like, she's trying to get my attention. All right, what they will do is they have the Sambenas sit beside me, and every minute or so she'll turn and look at me like and stare at me, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even paying her no mind. I was like, yeah, they really seeking attention tonight. So I ain't paying no mind. But then you had 2 of them that are sitting across from me, and both of them start kicking out their feet. Both of them wearing black shoes. So they usually do that when they wear black shoes. Shit, did I miss the bus? Oh shit. So I was on the bus and I was checking the schedule, and it says 15 minutes, and I know it hasn't been 15 minutes yet, right? Because the bus took about 5 minutes just from when I checked the schedule, right? Because right before it was like 2 stops before this one, I checked the schedule. So, but I'm looking up here and I see a bus up here that's going all the way up there. Hopefully it's not it. But anyhow, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So with with Pat, I mean that shit is so funny, man. She's telling me, oh, the party's over and at 8 o'clock, right? 9:30. I'm waiting. I haven't heard from Ethan. So I called him. He didn't answer. I text her. I said, hey, I called Ethan. He didn't answer. What time did you say this party was over? Now, I don't mind him, against a party with his friends or what have you. But still, there is a time where he should be home. You know what I'm saying? He's 15 years old, right? If he's going, you know what I'm saying? He should be home at least by 10 o'clock. Okay? And, so when Pan got in the house, he didn't come yet. He was like, I said, listen, it is after 10 o'clock. Where's Ethan? Oh, I sent you a text saying that, her friend and her husband was going to take the boys home. But I said to her, look, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. It is after 10 o'clock, right? It is after 10 o'clock. He should be home. Then she goes, why does it matter and this and that? It does matter. I don't care if that's your friend. He doesn't have just one parent. He is my son too. And I say, it's funny how y'all act as if they don't have fathers until they start disrespecting y'all and start acting a certain way to y'all. All of a sudden, y'all remember that they got fathers, so you got to call the fathers to come and talk to them, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? So she got all upset, whatever. I'm just like, listen, I was about to go off of her. I said, that's your friend. I don't know her. I met her one time. And that one time that I met, I went to, it was a baby shower. And, these people were talking about, racism, because I think it was, who was it at the time? It might have been Trump. Was it Trump's first term? Anyway, I can't remember who it, but it was a while ago. It was a long time ago. And, these people were talking, and they were talking about, they had like some warped ideology about white supremacy and all this stuff. And, and I tell them, I said, listen, because Nigerians, because they live in a big city like New York City or Chicago, and they work in close proximity to white people, and they live in close proximity to white people, that New York is not racist as shit. Okay? So I'm telling them, I said, listen, don't let living in the proximity to white people make you think that racism doesn't exist and it's not overt. I said, it is very overt. The part of racism in New York that's very overt is, 1, gentrification, right? 2, certain communities you don't see, certain areas in Brooklyn, like in Brooklyn, you don't see a lot of black people living. Park Slope is one, right? Brooklyn Heights is another one, right? Certain parts in like towards going towards Coney Island, there's a large Hasidic Jewish community there, where you have all these like multi-million-dollar houses. You don't see no black person there, right? You know what I'm saying? And they have like these little cove of neighborhood, you know, maybe like about, maybe I would say 5 blocks, you know, 10 blocks, 5 blocks going west, 5 blocks going east, 5 blocks going south, 5 blocks going north, where you have these wealthy people that live in houses, not attached houses, detachable houses, that you could tell is at least, you know, a few million, okay? A few million. You don't see no black people there, right? But if you walk 10 blocks and you cross a parkway or a highway, on the other side is where you see most of the black people or the Hispanic people, right? And then you see these attached homes that are very small. You know, you see apartment buildings and so forth. You know, that's overt. That is overt, because they would not let black people move into that area or Hispanic move into that area, right? So, you know, we tend to overlook these things. We tend to overlook that New York has the most segregated school system. That's an overt form of racism that we tend to not want to see or not want to recognize, right? We see how the police disparagingly arrest young black males and young Hispanic males, right? And that's in front of our eyes. That's very overt. But we tend not to think of it as that way. We tend, somehow there's like, again, we've been conditioned with this blockage, right? That we can see the truth for what it is, and we ignore a lot of the things that we do see, right? And so they're more focused on the covert racism, while the overt racism is right in our face, right? And so I try to get people to understand this, right? Particularly black people. So like I said, so Pam, you know, her friend, when, you know, I started talking about this stuff, right? And all of a sudden, they think because I'm saying this stuff because, you know, she married a white man and so she has mixed kids, right? So we have, remember, I didn't start the discussion. I just kind of gave them more of a factual basis to show them that, you know, that, yeah, this is overt, but you guys just don't see it. And they were agreeing with me. They're like, yeah, you know, I never thought about this. I said, yeah, because you've been blinded to that. So her friend got upset and like, you know, you can't be talking about this stuff, you know, in my house because my kids are half white. I'm like, oh, okay, because your kids are half white, we can't talk about racism, huh? You know what I'm saying? So right then and there, let me know who she really is, right? You know what I'm saying? Right then and there, let me know who she really is. And again, you married a white man, so hey, I guess that's his way of shutting you up. How you doing, man? Good night.